I'm not going without an answer.
I can't give you one. Not now. There's other things to consider.
Have you got a job somewhere?
No.
Well, in that case...
Just give me time, Mother. Someone must have posted the letter.
Well, didn't you?
I wasn't going to. Then I lost it. People are always honest or kind at the wrong time.
We'll have that Merrick girl up here next asking for him.
Jack had nothing to do with her. And it's years ago. Forgotten.
Aye, they got long memories in Beckindale. If he's seen with that Wilkes girl, tongues will soon start wagging, you mind.
Well, you just have to wait and see.
Why don't you ask her straight out?
All right. Have you?
For what it's worth? Aye, I have. But I'll see you get proper notice if it comes to anything.
Daddy didn't shoot that bird. I asked him.
Well, he's not likely to admit it, is he?
He's not a liar.
And I've got to see someone before I meet her.
Who's that?
A lawyer. I've had about enough of Lynn.
Sitting in a pub while others tried to keep farm and family going makes it just a matter of capacity. Principle's the same. Like father, like son. Run away.
This is a hell of a place to find.
Out, quick!
What?
Never mind, just get away from here.
Why? Hello there everybody and welcome to the video. My name's Serenity Solo on the Axe and today we are in with Emmerdale episode 4. They are running consecutively for now for 148 episodes. Then they might start jumping a bit, I'm afraid, because I don't have access to all the episodes, so unfortunately the DVD stopped after episode 148. So if you're on YouTube, could I please ask for a like and subscribe? I would gratefully appreciate that. Also on Daily Motion, a follow. I would appreciate that too. These videos, once I've got 100 recorded, will go on... This is not live, this is just recorded. Will go on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. With Coronation Street taking Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. That's mornings for both. And Sons and Daughters on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Prisoner every Saturday. So they will keep their Sunday slot as well. So if you're looking forward to these videos, I strongly advise you like them, and it will convince me to put them on even more. So to my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I hope you're enjoying these early access shows, the exclusive shows that you get, and if you're VIP, you'll be 100 episodes ahead as soon as these start going 3 times a week. So I hope you're enjoying those. So with that, I want to thank everyone for watching, and let's get on with the show. So this was televised on 24th of October 1972, so we should hit maybe 2 Christmases by the time this ends. It was on 2 times a week, I think. So what's that? 2 times 50, 200 days. No, we might just get 1 Christmas. Hopefully the shows that I've got do not skip too much. After the DVDs end, that is. Or, hopefully, they start releasing the company who did the shows, let's start straight on. The company who did Prisoner and Sons and Daughters picked this up.
You're up late.
I wanted to talk with you.
Didn't it wait till morning?
There's no chance of a private talk during the day.
Why is there a kiss in this episode?
It's difficult to get away from others in this house.
I must have walked 20 miles.
Why?
I felt like it.
Before you upped and dashed out after reading that letter, we were discussing the farm.
You were discussing the farm.
Meaning you don't want to discuss it?
That's right.
Wouldn't be your wife that letter was from, would it?
Look, Ma, my life's my own. Let me live it.
No one's life's that much their own. There's duties, obligations. And it's no use walking round in circles, hoping they'll go away.
Don't tell me I've got to stand up and face them like a man, please.
Your dad couldn't.
Did everyone have this
drown him
hiss
in beer.
in the 70s?
When you get tired of walking, I dare say you'll end up trying that.
Or was it
He
just
wasn't a
these
drunk.
working on the sound?
But sitting in a pub while others tried to keep farm and family going Makes it just a matter of capacity. Principle's the same. Like father, like son. Run away.
Ma. All right, say what you want to say.
If you're in trouble with a woman,
What's
that's
that
your
squeaking noise?
nothing to do with me. But what happens here on the farm is I have to live here.
Oh, it might have been the fire.
Have the farm, I don't want it.
Would you like a cup of tea?
The great cure though for Britain, a cup of tea. No matter what happens, a cup of
To
tea.
leave the farm to you. If you hadn't made a will, it would have come to me. Widow has first claim on the husband's estate. You know that, don't you?
Don't you want it either?
Jack. For all his faults, your dad wasn't a bad farmer. He knew what was what. And managed to keep things going, even from the pub. Well, now he's gone. I could work. I'm not afraid of work. But it takes more than willing work to make a living from a farm nowadays. Look at Matt. He couldn't find a better worker. But he could no more make a go running a farm than cows in shed.
I think he'd love to try
Joe's
though.
not with it half the time. This farm's the only living we've got. So who's it leave?
There's Peggy.
Peggy. But if she could, she wouldn't. And by the same token, she's dragging Matt off to work in Leeds or Bradford or someplace. Leastways, she got him writing off for jobs there.
Will he go?
You go where she wants. And what she's always wanted to do is to move where the bright lights are. That leaves me and Joe to keep this place going. Now do you see why I wanted you to have the farm?
Yeah, I think you're going to need more
I
than
wouldn't let
2
you
people.
starve.
It's not just starving, it's the farm.
Run an entire farm.
It's been in our family for near enough 100 years. We've got roots here. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
I don't know how to answer that question.
We belong here, that's the answer. I don't want to have the place sold over my head and have to go somewhere else to die.
I don't
I
blame
want
her.
to know what's going on after I've gone. The only chance I've got is if you're willing to pull up your socks and take over. You've got brains. And you can work if you want to, I know that. If you don't, we can't last more than a 12-month the way things are.
You'd best get to bed. It's late.
I'm not going without an answer.
I can't give you one. Not now. There's other things to consider.
Have you got a job somewhere?
No.
Well, in that
Just
case...
give me time, Mother. Don't worry. You won't have to leave here, whatever happens.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Please, Ma. Just go to bed.
Stop giving us questions. Give us answers.
Don't forget, I wouldn't ask for help if I wasn't ready to help in return. Good night, Jack.
That's the first time I think that she wasn't being snide or biting someone's head off or
Myself, it's Peggy. She saves up to
being
about
strict.
I see it's put right, don't worry. You bet you had. And you don't let Peggy hear about it or there'll be trouble for both of us.
Well, I nicked out a Cartwright this afternoon. He's bound to have top piece.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure. Peggy got it mail order somewhere.
Cartwrights and everything. Go on. Hold on.
I really hope those cows don't do anything. I don't know if I'd have to blur that out.
Matt, you don't have a quid to spare, do you?
I'm still waiting for the last one I lent you.
Did you get that one back?
You did not. You get no more until you do.
I would have sworn I did. Come on.
You had £2 off fire yesterday. What's happened to that?
Well, you know how it is. I got drinking last night in a wool pack.
Ah, with that Wilkes last, weren't you?
Well, she wanted to. Oh, hello, Jack. Not got a sore head, have you?
I want you.
What for?
Best ask her. Hello, Matt.
Ain't nothing good, I bet.
Is she back to being an old battle axe? Indians milk cow.
Happy about Peggy, are you, Matt?
What's that?
Not about her being... But you know,
Pregnant?
expecting, isn't she?
Oh, aye, I like kids.
Hoping for a boy.
Take what comes. Have to.
Would you like to leave farming?
What makes you ask me that?
Yeah.
Oh, I know Peggy's always fancied living in the city.
I'd have been like, you're
If you
sacking
want to
me.
know if I'm written off for a factory job, why don't you ask me straight out?
All right. Have you?
For what it's worth? Aye, I have. But I'll see you get proper notice if it comes to anything.
Well, that woman doesn't do anything on the farm, does she?
Ah, quick!
What?
Never mind, just get away from here.
Why? Hi then. I've really got to try and sort this hissing out in editing.
Lynn told you I was here,
Really
I suppose.
Uh-huh. I tried phoning, but there's no phone.
No. Someone must have posted the letter.
Well, didn't you?
I wasn't going to. Then I lost it. People are always honest or kind at the wrong time.
Don't be cynical. You'd have had to have led on eventually.
I don't have to do anything.
Oh, come off it. You can't just drop people and hide away forever. What about Franchetti? He's expecting you on the 16th.
You'll have to phone him and tell him I won't be there.
You don't mean that.
And I don't want anyone else to know where I am either.
Well, what about Lynn? She's probably led on to a dozen people already.
No, she won't do that. She'll maybe drop a few hints that she knows where I am, but she won't let on. Not Lynn. She likes a little intrigue. This will be right up her street.
As a matter of fact, she wanted to come with me. I said best I had a word with you first.
Thanks.
And you can't go on putting her off indefinitely. Unless I have something to tell her, she's going to be up here like a shot. Come up to London.
No. That's her territory. If I meet her at all, it'll be on neutral ground.
You want me to fix it?
There's a country hotel at Connelton, the Feathers. Do you know it?
Well, I can find it.
Well, tell Lynn I'll meet her there a week today.
It's a long time for her to keep her tongue
What's
quiet.
that, 2 more episodes?
You can manage her. And I've got to see someone before I meet her.
Who's that?
A lawyer. I've had about enough of Lynn.
Is it his wife? He's getting divorced. No spoilers in the chat, please. I've not seen any pre-1994-ish. And just in case anyone else hasn't seen them. Yeah, and if someone else hasn't seen them, don't spoil it for them, please. No matter if you're on this channel or Serenity Solo.
Oh, is Mr. Sugden in?
I don't know for sure. I'll go and have a look. You'd best go in.
Thank you.
Which one? It's Joe and Jack.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Sorry I'm a bit mucky. I've been sorting sheep. What can I do
Is
for
that a
you?
euphemism?
Oh, it was a Jack I wanted a word with.
Oh, Jack.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't make myself clear.
I thought it was our Joe you were friendly with.
Well, I am. I hope we're all going to be friends. But I just wanted a word with Jack.
Not as long as your dad's about.
He's not gone with Ma and Matt for hens, has he?
No, he went with a man in a car.
Stranger, you mean?
I'd never seen him before.
Could you ask him to ring?
We're not on telephone.
There's not up to date here.
You got a
It's
phone box
lovely
down the road?
kitchen. Beautiful.
Wouldn't say that if you had to work in it.
Oh, she's always gone on about the house. Take no notice.
It all wants chucking out and starting again.
Oh, no, that would be terrible.
Why? How much washing up, scrubbing and polishing do you have to do?
I admit I don't. But it's not that. It looks so right, as a kitchen should be.
Kitchens aren't for looking at, they're for working in. 2 hours over that sink and your aching back will soon change your tune.
2 hours over the sink?
Sink's the bane of her life.
How many pots do they have?
What did you want Jack for?
Oh, he's seeing my father about the right of way. I just wanted to have a word with him first.
Well, shall I tell him then?
I don't want them to come to blows.
Oh, no, they won't. Mum's a real boss, you know.
Is she?
Yeah, Jack's not interested in
Get in the
farming.
will.
Won't hang on here.
That's the three of you, is it?
Oh, that's right. Jack, me and Peggy. Mum and Dad.
Jack has his mother's face, hasn't he?
Jack's got his mother's temperament.
I like the Cromwell Road myself. You've got no soul. I'm proud and happy to agree. You should marry Lynn. You make a good pair. Incest? Still frowned on, even in London.
Yeah, don't advocate that,
You
please.
can't mean you really want to live your life amongst all this fresh air. If I can. At least I'm thinking of it.
Keep it that way. Great believer in thought. No one ever got into trouble just thinking. It's only when they start doing. So don't do anything, just think.
Even not doing is doing. Is action.
Even not
In a way,
thinking
but
is
don't get
thinking.
philosophical either. You've had a hard time. All right, it'll pass. No need to get all starry-eyed about holding up
But
in a
you're
country
thinking about
going
not thinking,
rustic on
I
us.
mean.
You forget I was born here.
That's a very good reason for living somewhere else. Preferably London. No prophet ever makes it in his own backyard. And we got that from God, didn't we?
Why is
In
there
the
just
same
one
gospel,
sheep?
it says that the kingdom of heaven is like a pearl of great price, worth selling everything you've got to get it.
I've got a new rule. Never quote God, you'll always get him quoted back at you.
The Lord stood on a wall with a plumb line in his hand and asked Amos what he saw. And Amos said, a plumb line. How about that?
I give up. How about it?
You've got to know your heaven when you see it.
Well, if this is yours... You've got the walls all right. Look at them. Must be a local mania for it.
How many acres have they
The
got?
ground
Bloody
is
hell.
stony. Before it can be worked, it has to be cleared. You've got to put the stones somewhere. Hence the walls.
Well, good luck. Now, let's go. I need a breath of that polluted city air.
You go, I'll walk.
Walk?
I like walking.
Well, it's miles.
By road. Across the fields, it's not half so far.
So, when do I see you?
After I've seen Lynn, maybe. Don't forget, the Feathers, Connalton, a week today.
Evening?
Around
2
7.
episodes.
You're the boss.
2 months today.
I hope you see
For
sense,
8
that's
weeks.
all.
Yes? Wilkes? No, I'm afraid she's not. Gone shopping somewhere.
No, she's at the
Harrogate, I think.
Simpsons.
Yes? Yes, I'll tell her. Do you know
He
anything
wasn't
about
talking.
young Saunders?
Well, he comes from a good old family.
I've only met him once. Wasn't very impressed. Seems very keen on Marion. Rings her up every day on some excuse or other.
Well, it's what Miss Wilkes thinks that counts, I suppose.
There's the Dundley plant. Separate company, private. I shall want to buy her for that.
Well, Pargeters might...
No, not Pargeters. They're a cheap company. They'll only buy cheap.
Blakeston?
It's how to approach. Start sounding them out, they'll think Dundley's is on the rocks.
Well, it doesn't matter what they think, surely. The books can prove it's in a very good state of profitability.
Right. Fix me a date to see Blakeston's. And Tewson's might be a good bet. I'll see them too. You can drop a hint to each that I'm seeing the other. Competition makes for a good price.
Neither would want the other to get Dundley.
All the better. Oh, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yes. You know, if I may say so, Mr. Wilkes, I find it hard to think of you doing nothing.
I'm retiring. To me, that means retiring. Looking forward to having a bit of time on my hands.
He's not doing nothing.
Yes, I'm sure.
He's causing
But for what?
arguments.
For what? To do nothing in, of course. Except fish a bit, shoot a bit, sleep a bit. Would you like a drink?
Oh, please.
Whiskey?
Thanks.
Are you driving?
From now on, I'm a countryman. I want nothing more to do with business.
Wow.
Nothing at all.
Wow.
You can drink to that. The end of Wilkes and Fisher.
And I hope the start of a happy retirement.
We'll be happy, all right. There'll be trouble for somebody.
Oh, there is this matter of Mr. Sugden. Now, he rang and suggested the 22nd at 3 for your meeting about the right-of-way. Is that agreeable?
22nd, Monday?
Next.
Good, that'll do.
Now, shall I ask him to come here, or would you prefer to meet at my office?
Let him choose. Wherever it is, I warrant he'll go out a bit tamer than he comes in.
Is he going to sell him that plot of land? Maybe that's the only way around it.
If you've broken down, I'm no use to you. I don't understand cars.
I've run out of petrol.
Thought only men on the make had that happen.
I'm always leaving it till the last minute.
If she's run out of
Waiting for a
petrol, why is she
car or
looking in the
something to take a
bonnet?
lift.
You're likely to have a long wait. This road has about 4 cars a day.
Is it far to a garage?
That way to Houghton, 8 miles. That way to our home village, 5 miles.
Yes.
Dear.
Over the hill to
So
where
this
we live.
farm spans 5
Between
miles.
2 and 3 miles.
Is that where
Bloody
you're
hell.
going? Can I come with you?
You're hardly dressed for
A
walking.
lot of acres.
I've got to do something. Daddy will drive me over with a can of petrol.
One of the things daddies are for, I suppose. You'd best lock your car. Country folk aren't as honest as novels make them out to be.
She wants to speak to you. I know. Is that the posh one?
Right. Off we go.
What kind of car was it?
I think she
didn't
was.
know.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
it was white. Expensive.
Oh, Rose, maybe.
I don't know about cars. Except that old wreck we've got. What was the man in it like? I hardly saw him.
See, that's not 2
He was
hours
in
worth
car.
of washing
Jack got in and he drove off very quickly.
over the sink.
Obviously, he didn't want anyone here to see him.
Jack, you mean?
Who else? Well, else well enough, I suppose.
There's the ends to get settled in.
Hey, what about paying for him?
I've fixed with Black is to take 3 calves privately. It'll cover costs and save going to Otten Market.
You coming to give me a hand?
What did she just
Bring
say?
hold off.
If she
Well,
says what I
over
think she
us.
says,
We'll be in and
I don't
out.
think she meant it in that way.
Thank you.
But I'll apologise anyway. That's funny.
Hey, that Wilkes girl was up here asking for him and all.
Who, Jack?
Said she wanted a word with Mr. Sugden.
Oh, no, I can't.
Actually, I thought she meant our
Can't be
Joseph.
the posh one.
No, it was Jack she wanted.
Did she say what she wanted him about?
I
Didn't
think she was
ask.
saying how long it were away.
We'll have that Merrick girl up here next asking for him.
Jack had nothing to do with her. And it's years ago. Forgotten.
Aye, they got long memories in Beckindale. If he's seen with that Wilkes girl, tongues will soon start wagging, you mind.
Well, you just have to wait and see.
And I might have given an umbrella. I'm going to say that Mrs. Sugden had a scornful look on again. Yeah, keep going. The camera's losing track of you. There we go. Was one inside waiting.
Do you think it'll last long? Would you like a cigarette?
It's not wise to smoke in barns. This stuff goes up like wildfire.
I called to see you today at the farm.
Oh, it is her. I thought it
Daddy
were.
didn't shoot that bird. I asked him.
But he's not likely to admit it, is he?
He's not a liar.
Sorry. If I doubt him, I must do it to his face, mustn't I? That's the gentlemanly way.
I don't understand you.
Don't you?
always seem to be looking for the worst in people.
It could be that I look for what's good and get disappointed.
But you have to start off by believing people are good, and...
Get betrayed enough, love.
You don't seem to.
Trust dissolves.
You could be right. I'm inclined to think that what is beautiful is good. Hold my hand.
Excuse me?
Come on. You can't really judge a person unless you touch them. You judge me, and I'll judge you.
Strange way to come on to somebody.
See if we like what we find. Are you afraid of what you might discover?
You talk to discover that.
Come on. You've got to take risks if you want to establish relationships.
Why is he breathing like a murderer?
I like what I find. How about you?
Ooh, Annie and Mr. What's-His-Name's not going to be happy about this. At least they'll have something in common for a change. Oh, and that's it. So, yes, I don't think Annie is going to be best pleased at that. And I don't know Mr. What's-His-Name? Mr. Wilkes? Was it Mr. Wilkes? Yeah, I don't think he's going to be pleased either. So like I said, they're going to have something in common now. Maybe they've got something to bitch about together. Maybe they'll become best buds. Maybe they'll even get off together, you never know. No spoilers in the chat please for me or anybody else. I gratefully appreciate that. Sign out. Yeah, so I will really try to do something about the hiss in that episode. I did manage to remove most of it in the Coronation Street episode, and that had lots. So when I'm editing the show, I will try my best to remove some of that. It was very loud for me. If it's not loud for you, I succeeded. It does make the editing time a bit longer, but I'm trying to make this a channel worth watching. And with shows with a lot of hiss, it'll turn a lot of people away. So, unfortunately, I will have to put that extra time in to do it. So I want you lovely people to enjoy my videos. This will also be on the other channel, Serenity Solo, without the reactions. So if you just want the show itself, that's where it'll be living. Now what will happen is, they will be 1 month behind this show. Roughly a month, maybe 6 weeks in some instances. Not entirely sure yet, but it will be at least a month behind this show. Won't be more than 2 months, I can promise you that. So hopefully, if you don't like the reactions, you'll head over there and watch those ones. I will be bringing as many shows to that as possible, but I won't be bringing the ones that I need to dispute. And it will have the odd reaction on there, but it will only be reactions if I cannot somehow fix the episode. Like Prisoner Cell Block H episode 1, that broke up a lot. I don't know if it was the disc or what, but it broke up a lot. Took me hours to edit, so I've replaced that with the reaction. That is the only time you'll get reactions on that channel, just to keep the show flowing. So with that, I want to thank everyone for watching. If you haven't subscribed, could I please beg a subscribe, also a follow on Daily Motion. If you have subscribed, I thank you ever so much. You are really helping the channel out, same with following as well. And also to my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all, I really do love you and I really do appreciate you, honestly I do. No matter what tier you are, thank you. So with that, I shall sign out and go to the next one. And hope to see you there. Goodbye.